We had a huge reaction last night to our angle about the left becoming the new gender warriors. They're trying to turn women against the president. Well, thanks, but no thanks, Democrats. We don't need you talking down to us, and we certainly don't need your lies. I'm going to bring in Rachel Campos-Duffy, Fox News contributor, author of the book Paloma Wants to Be Lady Freedom, and Heather Higgins, CEO of the Independent Women's Voice. Ladies, now, here's how some of the 2020 Democrats are pandering to the gender warriors.
I think we would look for somebody who is maybe not of the same gender that I am, and maybe somebody who might be a couple of years younger than me.
I will have a woman running mate. To me, it's really clear that we do that.
It would be very difficult not to select a woman with so many extraordinary women who are running right now.
Now, we're going to get to how Trump is taking advantage of this in a moment. But first, Rachel, what sort of message are Democrats sending to women there?
It's so dumb. I mean, first of all, only angry feminists hate men. The women that I know, they love the men in their lives. And so this woman against man thing, I don't think it's going to work. They tried to do this vote for her because she's a woman in 2016. Women are too smart for that. They want results. You talked about really great results at the top of this show. Women get that. And he's taking on big issues, President Trump. China, things that really affect our lives. China, he's taking on the border. He's taking on socialism versus capitalism. Talk about a way to get Hispanic women. No one knows better than Hispanic women about socialism versus capitalism. And then he's going micro with vaping and other things. So I think he's making a good case to women without pandering to them. He treats them the way he treats men, which is the way women said they want to be treated.
To that point, Heather, while the Democrats are busy belittling the understanding intelligence of women or talking down to them, Trump spent the week speaking to issues that do actually matter to them, mothers particularly.
Dangerous criminal cartels smuggle vast quantities of lethal narcotics across your southern border, including heroin, meth, cocaine, and fentanyl.
But you do have a homeless issue. Los Angeles is a disaster. In the case of, if you look at San Francisco, it's a total disaster. What's happening? They're going to ruin those cities.
A lot of people think vaping is wonderful, it's great. It's really not wonderful. It's got big problems. We have to find out the extent of the problem.
Well, Heather, you say this represents a serious shift for the president looking at especially the issues that concern women.
Yeah, so the left understands that 2018 was in large measure driven by suburban women. And a lot of the people who are supporters of the president have been hoping that the way that he'll talk about his policies, not change his policies, but articulate them in a way to cut through to the suburban women. And there have been 3 of them just in the last week. So the ban on flavored vaping that he's discussing for kids speaks to the fears of a lot of mothers who are concerned about this issue. If anybody watched the New Mexico rally, very different tone than a lot of the rallies have had in the past. It was a love fest for not only Hispanics and Latinas for Trump, but he even got the entire crowd to talk and cheer for legal immigrants and how much they loved immigrants. A very welcoming message that women like to hear. And then if you look at the homeless situation, you know, while there's a dumpster fire going on in San Francisco and LA, Trump is the one with the fire hose saying, I'm going to put this out. Women who are suburban women who have to go into these cities with their families and then come back out and worry about these diseases, this speaks directly to them.
Rachel, this idea that Elizabeth Warren gets up there in New York, talking to all the NYU crowd, that's a tough crowd for a liberal, gets up and says, oh, well, I'm not here because of Washington, I'm paraphrasing, Washington or the park or men at all. Right. She was here to, support or celebrate a woman's legacy. That's fine, but I don't know. It's just his attitude that if you're a white male straight person,
you don't count. You don't count.
You're an enemy.
Yes.
And you're immediately suspicious.
And I can't imagine.
It's a terrible place to go for our country.
It's a terrible message. And also, but this is what the Democrats do. Whether it's race, gender, they are always finding ways to divide people.
They are the party that says that it is the party of unity, and yet it is pitting against on sex, on race, on economic class, on faith. It's dividing all the time. Absolutely. And what the irony here, we're going to be approaching the 250th anniversary of this country. The great original sin of this country, if you think about it, was the imperfect application of its own laws. whether it was on race or
watch it
whatever
now.
else.
Yeah, we're heading
What
that
we're
way.
finding out is that Trump is going to be the unifier on this stuff.
Stop
And they're gonna be the
infantilizing
drivers.
All right, guys, gotta go. Big legal victory for Trump in California. Harmeet Dillon, another strong woman next.